Welcome to Thailand monthly webinar for the month of June. It has been more than 6 months that the Thai local politics has been a big overhang of the market. But however, after the coup on May 22nd, the market's tension seemed relieving. So let's update the situation and find out how far the market could go. Before that, we'll start with the speaker bio first as usual. There is 2 speakers today. The first one, Ms. Rasada Thavisangsakul Thai. She has joined Philips Securities since 1996 as an equity analyst, covering Thai listed companies in ICT, healthcare, and energy sectors. She holds a bachelor degree in business education from Chulalongkorn University, Thailand, and has a Master of Science in Business Administration from California University of Pennsylvania, USA. The second speaker, Ms. Thirada Chaningyong. She has been an equity strategist for Philips Securities, Thailand since 2004, employing a top-down investment approach to look for appropriate investment themes at the right times and updating both institutional and individual investors about the outlook for the Thai stock market. She holds a MBA from Chulalongkorn University, Thailand. For the market outlook for June, market seems doing pretty well after the coup. That's because plenty of expectations on the economic measures and quite quick implementations from the NCPO, like the urgent measures that has already done, which is a payments to the farmer in rice pledging program. About 40 billion baht has been injected. Another 50 billion baht would follow by the end of this month. So that's enough to create a positive momentum to Thai stock market on hope of more measures to come. So there is 2 key factors to push the market up further in our views. That would be definitely a progress on a mega infrastructure projects as well as a budget planning for 2015. And another important factor is the roadmap for returning to democracy and elections. These next 2 pages are the details of infrastructure projects under the considerations of the NCPO. The market is expecting not so much for the investment within this year actually. The first step would likely to be something that have already been approved by the prior cabinet, such as the mass transit projects like the Dark Green Line extension at investment cost around 60 billion baht. The left in pipeline as shown in the second column would be very slim chance to see any action in this year. The airport expansion, it is the second phase expansion of Suvarnabhumi Airport at an investment cost around 60 billion baht would be another project on hand for this year. Next we think they will talk about the project that not too much complicated first, like the dual track railways project, which has aimed to be concluded about the routes and budgets within this year. The water management project is quite a big investment project with the total investment cost around 350 billion baht. However, it is more likely to be picked only a necessary module with not so much investment cost for the first step. The left may have been changes along the way under the NCPO considerations. Actually, right now they have some ideas to propose to cancel all of them and reconsider the water management project again. So have to keep a close look on the conclusion from the NCPO consideration soon. As said earlier, the market is not expecting much for the action for this year. So other infrastructure projects, particularly the mega one like the high-speed trains, would need more time to consider into the details and would be a strong catalyst for next year. Another focus for the market in short term is the budget planning for 2015, which is expecting to be finished in time on October the 1st, 2014. That means the plan has to be sent to NCPO for approval in the mid of July. Those are all about the economic related plan in short terms. But another important for the NCPO to take care is the understanding of the people in the country as well as external front. So they moved by launching a 3-phase roadmap for the national administration. The first step is aimed to get people to live together peacefully. Even they have the different idea in politics, the red shirts, yellow shirts, they can be stay together and exchange the idea and talk. So the NCPO moved by establish reconciliation centers across the country. And the second step in the roadmap is the other things related with the law, like the draft a temporary constitution, set up the national legislative and reform assembly, install new prime minister and cabinet. All of these may need 1 year long to do so. So let's come to the last step of the roadmap, which is the whole new election to restore full democracy to the countries. So it is possible to see 12 to 18 months from now before holding the new elections. Compared to the last coup in 2006, it took 16 months after coup before getting the new government from the election. So during the ways, the NCPO may talk more to other countries in order to make them to understand Thai politics the way we are. It's not so easy, but they have to try their best. So let's see how Thai stock market reactions on the politics, especially after the coup. Actually, it has jumped up on hope of the conflict unlock. They rose around 3.2% from the level before coup, around 1400 to 1450s at the moment. From the chart, you can see that throughout the last 5 years, the set index top out near PE level of +1 standard deviations. At the moment, we're gonna reach that level soon at PE, current PE around 18 times, equivalent to 1500 point level. It means not so much upside left from current level. So we recommend to trading or would rather accumulating on weakness than chasing the price. The interesting investment themes for the month will be those related with the government's economic stimulus measures or investment project and the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Chokan Chang, KTB, and Minor International are among our best picks. So I will pass to Kun Lasda to give you more details on each stock pick.
The first one is CK or Shao Kanchang. CK is one of the Thailand top 3 biggest construction firm. Infrastructure projects has been stalled by domestic political turmoil from fourth quarter to mid-second quarter. From fourth quarter last year to mid-second quarter this year, the number of new contract wins dropped to a trigger. Optimists, however, go after the recent military coup as the National Council for Peace and Order would move ahead with effort to accelerate budget disbursement and go ahead with mega infrastructure projects which are currently under consideration. The improving outlook for government projects should enhance CK earning potential in addition to its capability to secure overseas projects through its affiliate CKP or CK Power, which has a plan to develop hydroelectric power plants in Laos and Myanmar. Its currently backlog of 118 billion is strong enough to drive revenue over the next 3 years. For this reason, revenue risk is low for CK. Strong growth prospect for construction business aside, CK also earned additional annual recurring income from around 300 million from its investments in energy utility affiliates, including the likes of BECL, Thai Tap Water or TTW, CK Power, and BMCL or Subway, accounting for around 30% of the total profit. On balance, CK looks to be a well-diversified in terms of revenue profile among construction peers. In our opinion, our forecast on a pre-exceptional basis suggests that CK will return a positive profit growth of 15% on next year's after an expected profit drop this year around 20%. Speculation is running high in the construction sector as greater clarity of government's mega investment projects is expected over the next 2 weeks, raising optimism about a clearer time frame for bidding. Valuation-wise, CK also look undervalued as it is still trading at the discount to our sum of the past basic target price of 24.31 per share. The second one is in banking sector, KTB Bank or KTB. KTB is the Thailand's second biggest leader in terms of assets, accounting for 18.5% of the industry total asset. Its loan portfolio at end of the first quarter comprised first corporate loan at 40%, second loans to the state agencies or SOE at 8%, third is SME loans at around 20%, and the fourth one is retail loans at around 32%. Given the prospect of the resumption of government's several mega investment projects, KTB is likely to benefit from the potential financing of this project at its 55% owned by Financial Institution Development Fund or FIDF. Our forecast suggests that KTB will see the second quarter earnings growth in both year-on-year and Q-on-Q. The likely expense decline after employees' bonus expense is on the first quarter would be a key contribution to the Q-on-Q growth. On a year-on-year basis, growth would be driven by the loan expansion, which would push interest income higher. In our view, KTB also look attractive in terms of dividend yield among big banks. We expect the bank to dole out this year dividend of around 0.9 baht per share, translating into a yield of 4.7%. SCB, K Bank, and BBL are forecasted to pay this year dividend of 5.75 per share for SCB, and for K Bank is 3.75 per share for K Bank and 7.5 share per share for BBL, which is around 3.5% for SCB and 1.9% for K Bank and 3.9% for BBL, which KTB is a higher of around 4.7%. The last one is Mint or Minor International. Mint is one of the Thailand's largest hospitalities and leisure companies It operates hotels, resorts, spa, franchise restaurant, as well as retail trading and contract manufacturing business, such as cosmetics and fashions. Hotel and food business are the major revenue contribution for Mint. On the first quarter this year, hotel and mixed-use business contribute the biggest portion of the total revenue of around 50%, following by restaurant business is 41%, and retail trading and contract manufacturing business of 9%. Revenue from domestic operate around 62% of the total revenue, and the rest is 38% from overseas operations. The outlook for the hotel and food business brightened on second quarters on the easing of the political test. Hotel occupancy rate has improved, even though Mint may feel some pinch from the military coup. It would be the least hit among the peers thanks to the overseas hotel properties and restaurant outlets. The live broadcast of 2014 FIFA World Cup finals from 23 p.m. to 7 a.m. in June till July 2014 would also spur delivery sales, especially for pizzas, which saw sales tumble in first quarters. The weakness of the baht would also boost the profit contribution from overseas operation upon conversion into local currencies. Recovery is anticipated in second half of this year, especially on the fourth quarter, traditionally a high season of business if the political crisis is without violence. Management has reaffirmed its this year target of average hotel occupancy rate of 72%, 6% rise in hotel room rate, and the third one is 3% growth in SSSG in food business, and 8 to 10% growth in restaurant outlet portfolio. Mint would also step up sales promotion and cut unnecessary expense as part of the effort to bring earnings on the track to meet the full year target. We estimate Mint will deliver 14% profit growth, 10% year on year. We comment buy on the target price of 30 baht per share.
So that's all. We're welcome for the questions. So if you have any question, please type in. Actually, it's recovered. Okay. For the question that about the reasons why Thai stock market is recovering from January, actually because the political situation seems the tension is relieved after the coup on May 22nd because the conflict seemed unlocked. And the action from the NCPO, the military, quite quick on the implementation and the stimulus, economic stimulus measures. They take action quite quick, and they can control the situation, especially the conflict between the leaders, the protester, and the other side, the yellow shirts. So-called. So they have no violence happens, and the market have the good prospect for the economic in the second half of this year, so that pushed the market up quite a lot on the expectation or the hope on economy. The second question, the political situation is still unstable, right? It's not, as said earlier, there are no violence happen. The military control the situation quite well about the protester. Even they still have some group of people seem protest about the coup things, but no violence happens. I think the next move or the next driver for the market should focus on the economic plan, the stimulus things, the investment projects. If they can go on the way, the market would later it would pose a positive sentiment to the market. However, I understand that the foreigner may have some worried about the democracy path in Thailand. As said in the presentation, that it will take about 12 to 18 months after this before we're getting the new government from the election. As the historical told us that in 2006 coup, they will take around 16 months before we're getting the new government from the election. But during the ways, the military have a job to talk to the people within the country, and also the external front to understand how the political situations, and if they have the certain roadmap to go for the democracy path, I think they'll create more understanding about the Thai ways of politics. The next question is there any stimulus policy to introduce? Actually, the urgent measure that they has already done is the payments for the farmer in rice pledging program. Already paid around 40 billion baht, and another 50 billion baht will come by the end of this month. So that is the urgent policy. But in this couple weeks, I think the NCPO will under consideration about the infrastructure project as shown in the presentation. In page 3 and 4 in the presentation is the infrastructure project that under consideration of the NCPO. The first step, I think, for this year, we will not hope so much on the implementing, rather find out what we can do for next year. So these are the project on hand. So any more questions about the Thai politics or the stock, our stock pick today?
เขียนว่า
chính có biết bọn mình là vì cái thiết lập sản phải sản cái con không thôi nó đây có đi thì nhầm là nhiều quá để lỡ được anh chúng nó hết thì mình can stop it. Thằng nóทำตลาดถึงขึ้นเขาฟังยังไม่ค่อยชัดไม่ค่อยชัดทำไมก็บอกชัดก็เลยก็บอกชัดบอกชัด
Okay, there's a question about the first one. That's what is the biggest reasons why Thai stock market is picking up from January? We think the major reason would be the political situation that seems the tensions relief after the coup on May 22nd, because actually after in March or April, the foreigners seem come back to Thai stock market, but it's not push the market up much as we can see in May after the coup, because I think the markets is quite have the local politics as a big overhang of the market for a long time, and after coup, in the first day the market plunged, but it's not take so much time for the correction. In the second or third day, they rebound quite quick and have the further rebound on positive sentiments on hope of the economic growth expected in the second half of this year. And the military seem have the quite quick move on the stimulus access earlier. They have the urgent measure like the payment for the farmer in rice pledging program already paid 40 billion baht. That means injected money into the economies already. So that have quite a positive sentiment for investors to jump in to the market.
Our analysts think that AOT has limited upside because of capacity expansion program is still under consideration. We do not expect the second phase of the Suvarnabhumi airport to start within the next 1 to 2 years. I mean completion to be within the next 1 to 2 years. So with limited capacity, the growth would also be limited. Volume drop ใช่ไหม So far volume drop แล้วก็ second quarter เป็น low season ใช่ครับ So far the passenger volume number of passenger has dropped and the second quarter is still low season
ใช่ช่วงนี้นะมองว่า
political ใช่ so we believe there are political concerns still hanging with foreigners. second quarter ขาดทุน
ไม่ฮะถ้าบอกปกติก็
เทียบกับ first quarter ดรอปลง
มันบอกยากนะแต่ส่วนใหญ่ที่มันดรอปลงเนี่ยผมไม่เคยทำสถิติ
with lower number of foreign passengers, so we expect second quarter performance will not be impressive. แปลเท่าไหร่
แปลว่า90
Our fair value for the company is at 190 baht per share for this year.
ถ้าคิวนี้ก็คือ Q3 แล้วครับไม่ใช่ Q2 ประมาณนั้น